Welcome to On the Bit. I'm Dave from Dream Thoroughbreds, and with me is Lenny from Bluegrass Bloodstock. How are you, Lenny?
Good, going good, Dave.
That's good. We had another big week on the punt last week. Lenny gave you Gregors, and I think you got nearly $6 last week. That was a nice one. And I gave you Sessions, and it's a done deal. And I said to you on early in the week, you could have got $11 on Friday. It was a great opportunity. He's now $3 favourite for the Cox Plate. It was an opportunity missed if you didn't back him last week. But this weekend we've got a huge weekend of racing, mate. Yeah, we've got Moonee Valley Friday night, Rosehill on Saturday, and Caulfield on Sunday. So yeah, ripping weekend with grand final weekend in Melbourne. Yeah. So we start off the weekend with the Weight for Age Group 1 Moya Stakes over 1200 at Moonee Valley tomorrow night. And who do you like in the Moya Stakes, Lenny?
I like number 2 Epaulet, Dave. I think he's really come of age as a sprinter. He was fantastic last preparation, first up when he ran second to Black Caviar, which was a really good field in Sydney. Bell Sprinter running third. He has a good first up record, winning 2 from 4.
Yep. And
from all reports worked brilliantly at Moonee Valley the other day. He appreciates the sting out of the track. I think you know it's going to be on the dead side, Moonee Valley.
5, I think,
and he'll get back, but there's good speed from buffering Snitzerland and Le Bon Sur, so I expect him to just be taking a sit in behind him and looking to have him steaming over the top of him.
Yeah, I'm convinced there's only 2 chances in this race. It's a toss of the coin, but I've settled with Epaulet as well. The main reason is the barrier position. He's drawn barrier 4. There's plenty of speed in the race, although I don't think they'll tear ahead. I think they'll set a good pace though, and it'll suit the sit and sprint sprinters to allow them to pounce in the last 200. He should get a run about 1 off the fence, about 2 or 3 pairs back, put him within 3 or 4 lengths of the leaders, and I think he'll be winding up before the turn. And I think once he gets balanced, he may just struggle to get around the turn. I'm not sure if he's run here at Moonee Valley before, but he'll be storming over the last 50 metres. And even in an even betting race, I think he'll probably get better than $5 on the night. So he's on the bit. His biggest danger for mine is Bell Sprinter. He's got an outstanding first up record, 5 from 5. He's got D. Oliver on board, and he's really come back strong with a vengeance. I think he wants to prove everyone just how good he is, and he's a force again. My biggest concern is the barrier 1. I hate it from this Moonee Valley barrier 1. It's a death draw, especially when you don't have the pace to use it.
Especially a horse like him that can miss a start sometimes.
And he is going to get back. There's no doubt he's going to get back. The problem will be trying to get off the fence, but if he does and he gets going before the turn, he's going to be right in this finish as well, and he can storm down the outside and he can win it. I'm really confident about the Quinella here, so have a go at the Quinella, I would suggest.
Yeah.
Good value in that race, really open race, good race.
Sure.
Then on Sunday we have the first Group 1 handicap of the spring, mate. The Rupert Clark Stakes over 1400 at Caulfield, and this is a wide open race, mate. What are you liking this one?
Very wide open race, big field.
Yeah.
I think the form's on the board with the 3-year-olds from last season.
Yep.
And I think Furlax, the Australian Guineas winner from last season, really stamped himself with his return behind Atlantic Jewel, which was a really good run. That form would be winning this race for mine. He's drawn barrier 3, so he'll probably settle midfield. He should get good cover from there. The 1400 at Caulfield's a tricky sort of start, so you want to be drawing in. And he's third up on Sunday, so I'd expect him to be peaking for this race.
Yep. I reckon the key to this race is the rail placement. It was out 9 metres last week. It's back to the true position on Sunday. Last year it was the same movement, and there was a significant bias to the inside 3 or 4 last year. So I don't want to be on anything that gets too far back on Sunday and need to swoop. Therefore I'm going with a horse that I think will pretty much lead this field actually, and that's Strawberry Boy. He was run down last start after looking a winner at the 100, over 1400, he was first up. I really think he needed the hit out. He set some really good sectionals, and he only really sort of carved it up the last 100. I think second up, he's 3 from 3 second up. I'm glad they're staying at the 1400. I think it's really going to suit him. I think if they just rate him evenly in front, he can kick, and then he can be too good for and hold them off. Now he is being ridden by Luke Nolan. I should point out that I've pointed out to you that Luke Nolan hasn't ridden a city winner in over 5 weeks. So I'm a little bit concerned he's lost his nerve. But if he rates this horse properly, I think it can win. Surprisingly, he was only $6 in the early markets. A lot of people actually like him. I thought we might get a better price, so I'm hoping to get a better price on Sunday. So you probably shop around, being a big field. The horse that can really blow this race apart if it gets a run though is Perron, the Emergency, the mare. She's got a lot of upside, this horse. If she gets into the race, if she runs and she gets into the running 3 or 4 pairs back, she's close enough to win it at the turn. She's got a monster finish, and she's 12 to 1. So if she's a chance, again, I'd like the Quinella in this race if she gets a run. I actually tipped the Quinella in this race last year to everyone and paid $20. The Quinella this year is going to pay overs that, so have a few multis. Stable news, Lenny. You've got Mio Dio tomorrow, haven't you?
Yeah, Mio Dio's running tomorrow night. We just need the heavens to open for him, Dave. He's a real mudlark, so that'll really bring him up to this sort of field if he can get the track to suit. Yeah, for sure. But if not, he'll have his work cut out. Yeah, it's a tough race he's in, but good luck to that, mate. Thank you. We've pretty much got all of our 2-year-olds back in work now at Flemington and at Warwick Farm with Bjorn Baker. Yeah, they're just starting back. They've had a few weeks pre-training, and so never know what happens with 2-year-olds. Hopefully they'll get to a trial stage, and you know, after that you never know what your luck is. So there's 7 2-year-olds actually that's come back in the last week. So exciting times for us coming forward with those young babies coming through. For sure. Best on breeding, Lenny. You got your best on breeding sessions up last week. I did, and we're going to Caulfield.
Yep.
Race 7, number 8 on Sunday. That's Marwood.
Yep.
This colt was a $210,000 purchase from last year's Easter sales. Paul Moroney bought him, who I regard as one of the best judges of horseflesh going around.
Yep.
This horse has a classic O'Reilly Centane cross, which has been responsible for 11 stakes winners, including the 4-time Group 1 winner in Alamosa. So it's a fantastic cross. Marwood's Dan Perno was a high-class Group 1 winning mare herself, and she's already left the Group 3 winner in Martini Red. Marwood's pedigree, if he happened to win a Caulfield Guineas, would make him a very, very valuable stallion prospect.
Yeah. I've got him going in the Caulfield Guineas for a nice little collect, and I'm hoping he runs very well on Sunday. And if ever anyone goes out to see him, he's a cracking sort too. He's an absolute cracker, yeah. So be good to see him on Sunday and see how he continues to develop. Value bets. I've got 2. Moonee Valley. Race 1, number 4, I Am Titanium. Led last start over 1400 on a very fast pace. The jockey actually misjudged the pace, if he asked me, and he only got run over the last 200, yet he still babbled on really strongly. He's got a change of jockey here, and I don't think you'll see the same thing happen again. He's come up $15 on the fixed odds. Oh, I think that's massive overs, and he's a great each-way bet for mine in the first at Moonee Valley. And in the stud stakes at Moonee Valley, race 6, number 4, San Diego, massive run first up behind Long John, who's obviously the favourite for the Guineas. I don't think he's good enough to win the Guineas, San Diego, but in a race like this, he only got warmed up the last 200. It looks like he'll gain a lot from the first up run. The extra 200 metre suits him, and I think at $7 he's a good each-way chance. Again, he might even get backed in on the night. I think you might find that he's one of the ones that will be better backed on the night. So he's certainly be in the finish each way all day for mine. Okay, on the bit specials, Lenny. We've been on fire the last couple of weeks, so we've got to keep the run going.
We've got to keep it going.
Who are you labelling on the bit this week, mate?
Yeah, on the bit for me is race 4. Oh, I don't have a number, but it's Miracles of Life. I think it's number 1.
Number 1, yeah.
Number 1, yeah, that's right. She raced way too fresh last start in a pretty good race
against Colts,
against the boys. She'll be much better for that run under her belt. She stays at 1200, which really suits. She comes back to her own sex. Set weights, should get a lovely sit in behind the speed from barrier 4. with Cosmic Endeavour and Longchamp Bell. She's on the bit for mine. She's pretty high class sort of filly, and I think she'll be winning at the $2.70.
She should be winning. We're sticking with Moonee Valley. We're pretty confident about Moonee Valley tomorrow night. Moonee Valley race 3, number 7 for mine, Sartorius. Second off a huge run in the Bobby Lewis down the straight last start. He'll be much suited by the step up to 1500. Looks to get a nice run, about 3 or 4 pairs back off a really fast pace in this race, so I expect it should be a very good pace. He's won his only start at the Moonee Valley 1500. I just think he'll get us off to a great start for the weekend, and he's $4.40 fixed odds. You may get a little better. I don't think you'll get a lot. I think you'll be pretty solid in the betting. He's on the bit for mine. Off the bit, Lenny. Who are we off the bit with this week?
He's actually a pretty smart horse, Dave, but I think Sunday he's going to be undone. That's race 8, number 8, Rebel Dane.
Yeah.
Drawn a horrible gate,
yeah.
Caulfield, the 1400 metre start, and he's gone down the straight at Flemington, but he hasn't actually gone round the bend. And for a Sydney horse going round Caulfield first time, drawing such a bad gate when he's going to be off the track from where he's drawn, for mine, I think he's quoted at $4.80 favourite at the moment.
I think he's about shorter, yeah.
Yeah, and for mine, I think he's a huge risk. Even with his ability, to overcome that sort of gate at that track.
Yeah.
Real tough.
Yeah, I'd be going around him as well. And I'm off the bit with Moonee Valley again. Race 2, number 8, Angels Beach. Yeah. She got beat last start in the mares event, and she had the minimum that day. Before that, she got beat in a benchmark 70. She hasn't raced for over 4 weeks. She's in a very good quality mares race tomorrow night. She's come up $3.80 favourite. I don't know how she's come up favourite in that field. She should be double figure odds for mine in that, so she's off the bit for mine. Well, have a great weekend. As I said, grand final day in Melbourne, so the Hawks and Freo on Saturday, but around that we've got Friday night, Moonee Valley will be there, won't we, Lenny?
We'll be there.
And we'll back up on Sunday at Caulfield for a great weekend of racing. Just tell your missus you won't be home all weekend, and we'll see you next week. See you later.
See you guys.